So this building behind me is the old Market House State Historic Site. And it functioned as a market back in the day, but now it has one of the largest collections of Grant artifacts. So let's go check that out. Looks like they have some old carts back here. These are probably of period. They have a bunch of rocks, paintings of people in Grant's life and the places he lived, and where he's entombed.
Yeah. Cajun Jacks, have you still in business?
Yeah, that's the
Sharks. Yeah.
All of this is memorabilia of the house here in Galena. Grant was actually last in his class at West Point. This is actually Grant's top hat and his hat box. And these are some cigars that were made here in Galena.
We don't have any left, right?
They are not Grant's, but he did smoke himself to death and died of cancer.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Dee Dee.
It's rumored that Julia Grant made this thing. These are paintings of all their children.
Oh, no.
That's Grant's tobacco box right there.
Yeah, it's called quality.
That's Grant's tea caddy. Those are Julia Grant's slippers that she wore at the White House. These are all the different types of busts of Grant.
How are you? Fine. I just wanted to let you know, we either are almost out or really low on your cards that you have.
This is amazing. Grant used this during the Civil War. It was also exhibited at the 1893 Columbian World's Fair in Chicago. This is a piece of, I think it's hardscrabble, which is his cabin in St. Louis, and it was presented to Andrew Carnegie. This is a handwritten letter by Grant. Galena was actually home to 8 other Civil War generals. This was given to Julia Grant by Emperor Meiji of Japan when they did their world tour. Julia Grant also got this fan in Japan.
It's been a long time since I've been there, but...
And that vase. Here, this is actually Grant's saddle. He sat on that.
Yeah, okay. But
So maybe this time we'll make it.
Well, good. Just stop back and tell me how it is.
These are all shackles of prisoners of war during the Civil War. It's a Grant at Shiloh action figure. That's awesome. General Grant has been immortalized in toys, like these Legos of him and Grant. Lee. Look at this creepy doll of Jesse Grant, their youngest son. And this is one of General Grant's personal buggies. While president, he got a ticket for speeding in Washington, D.C. This was the doorknob from their New York City apartment. Grant used this writing box. That is the original photo of Grant's smoked cigarette. Julia Grant got these leaves in Egypt, and this is a note written by her. This is an 1868 campaign dress. These are actually both. This is from 1868 with Schuyler Colfax, who's from Indiana, and 1872 with Henry Wilson. That is the last portrait of Grant before he died. And there's his memoirs that he finished up a few days before dying. I think this is the album with all the original photos from Grant's funeral, and that was actually the largest funeral in U.S. history. There's a video on YouTube where they show all these pictures. That's really interesting. That's the funeral procession going up Fifth Avenue. So after Grant died at Mount McGregor, he was placed in a temporary tomb. Like seeing that picture. That's the inside. And this was actually the key from it. That was a prototype for a proposed grave. That's actually his death mask. These are some of the flowers from the bouquet sent by General Meade. And then they built the massive Grant's tomb in New York City. I have actually been there, and I have a video on it. So go check that out. So yeah, that was really neat. I have not seen more Grant artifacts in one little museum. But anyways, if you like this, go check out my other videos. I have some other ones here in Galena. Go look at the house. I went to his house here. But anyways, thanks for watching.